guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video for the new group that I'm involved in, a collaboration group. It is called Keto Reviews. So each month there is a specific type of food that we are going to review. We have to either pick something in that category that is either a recipe or a product that's already made that we want to try out and give our own honest opinion on what we think of it. So it's November, so we're doing a review for Thanksgiving keto snacks, and I've already purchased a lot of, pre-made snacks like these 70 calorie 5 net carb things that I'm not buying any more of because they're hard to put down. So I decided it's a little bit better for us being in keto. I do a higher protein version of keto, but anybody can use this because we almost all of us, like pork rinds for a snack, right? And pretty much all of us like cinnamon. Some like sweet things. You're seeing a pattern. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to there's a ton of recipes and how-tos on ways to do this and different amounts to use, but I'm going to do churro pork skins, churro pork rinds. So basically it's just involving plain pork rinds, butter, a sweetener of your choice, and cinnamon. So let's make some churro pork rinds. Okay guys, so basically I'm just starting with some plain pork rinds. The best ones are the ones that just say pork skins and salt. They shouldn't have any kind of sweetener or anything in them. These are better for you carb-wise. So I'm going to take, this actually is a 3-ounce bag. The recipes I've been looking at vary, so I'm not going to do the whole bag. The one I've been looking at says to do 2 ounces of the pork rinds, and you're going to melt 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then you will also need some cinnamon and sweetener mixture. I already have some that I've kept because I've made like the cinnamon sugar donuts, and I don't like throwing this away, guys. You know how expensive erythritol is. Cinnamon's not that bad because you can buy it at the Dollar Tree, but erythritol is pricey. So this is basically an even amount of cinnamon and sweetener. So you're probably looking at maybe a tablespoon and a half or more each of sweetener and cinnamon. So you just do an even amount, but they did a tablespoon each. So there's a little more than a tablespoon in there. So it's about the same. And if you want more sweet, add more sweet. If you want more cinnamon, add more cinnamon. Best thing is to do kind of equal parts to start out with, and you can always add more to it. But this really simple version, this is the simplest version. So I'm going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter and show you the simplest way to make this. And I am never prepared, so using the most improper thing I can use to cut up my butter. Obviously some people keep their butter at room temperature. I've never been one of those people. I'm not against it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It definitely makes it easier to work with when it comes time to use it for stuff, though. I know that. So I know it helps me if I cut the butter up into smaller pieces. And I'm just going to stick it in the microwave like 30-second intervals. So once your butter is all the way melted, and you can either put this in a bag and shake it up, or you can put this in a bowl and mix it up if you feel more comfortable trying to mix it up in a bowl. Then you can do that. If you don't want to use a bowl, you can just get a big bag like this and put it in there. Since the butter's kind of hot, I would like to wait and see. I don't want it to melt the plastic bag. Alright, so that's 2 ounces of pork rinds. I love my handy dandy scale. I got this one cheap on Amazon was like $5 or $6, I think. Of course, it's not being cooperative with me today. Where's my spatula? You guys see it every time live cooking. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the butter, drizzle it over it as best as you can, and then we're going to mix it all together. And the best trick to getting all of your butter out of this is to use a rubber spatula. I love rubber spatulas, and for some reason I only have one. So we're going to mix the butter up here with the pork rinds as best as we can. And if for some reason you feel like you don't have enough butter, melt some more. I mean, if you're on the higher fat version of keto, extra butter won't hurt you, right? So we're going to just keep mixing this up until we think we've got them coated pretty good and evenly. Now, if you don't want to go through this step of adding the butter, or if you're on the higher protein like me and you don't want to add extra butter, you can just take the cinnamon sugar mixture and put this stuff all together in a bag and shake it up. I've had it that way before. It's actually pretty decent that way too. But the butter just helps it give the cinnamon and sugar something to stick to. So, of course, I've got like the biggest pieces of pork rinds. Alright, so I'm going to take this whole mixture that I have left from my cinnamon sugar donuts, and I'm just going to mix it in like a little bit at a time. That way it's not all, doesn't all get dumped on top of one area. Now, if you're one of those people that doesn't like erythritol because of the cooling nature of it, I don't even really taste that anymore because I've been using it so much. You can use stevia. Stevia is sweeter than sugar, so you might want to go a little light on the stevia to begin with. Or if you don't want the sweetness of it, you can just put cinnamon on there. There's so many different things you can do with this. You can actually, if you wanted to, melt some lilies, drizzle that on there, and you've got like some chocolate drizzled pork rinds. And if you're feeling really fancy and you wanted to melt some lilies or melt some chocolate like that, you could maybe coat them in chocolate, and then you've got a chocolate covered pork rind. And you don't even have to do the cinnamon and sugar part for that. You can just do chocolate covered pork rinds. That might be pretty good, actually. So I've seen where they've drizzled some on there, but I have not seen where they've done chocolate covered, like completely covered. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't go to like Sam's Club or Costco or any of that stuff now, but back in the day, I'm pretty sure it was Sam's Club. They used to have these churros that they sold that were freaking huge. And every time we went there, I was like, I gotta have a churro. They're so good. That's kind of like elephant ears. I love elephant ears or funnel cakes, whatever way you call them. So good. Alright, so they look pretty good. Nice and coated. There's not really much left like stuck to the bowl. Looks like it all stuck to the pork rinds pretty good. So let's give it a taste. Okay, so I just had dinner, so I'm not really hungry, but I want to taste these in front of you guys just so you can see what I think about them. And it's my house, so I'm going to eat over the bowl. We'll give me a smaller one. Now, sometimes some people put these in the oven after, like to dry them out a little bit, because they do feel a little damp. That's good. I know what I'm having for a snack later. That. Those are really, really good. I like it. And I think it's just the right amount of cinnamon and sweetener mixed together. Like I said, I just did equal parts with erythritol, and it's the granular erythritol. I don't know if the powdered probably wouldn't hold up as well because it would probably dissolve. So I would just stick with the granular erythritol and the cinnamon. You can even put some other stuff in there if you want. Maybe even drizzle the chocolate. or try your hand at some chocolate dipped pork rinds. Or you could even take the pork rinds if you didn't want to coat them in chocolate, like, and let them cool off, you know, like you would normally a baked good type cookie or whatever, and just use some melted chocolate to dip them in. Maybe. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video today. Check out all the other ladies' channels below that's involved in this collab. They're all doing their own versions of a keto snack for Thanksgiving. I will also link below the Facebook group that you can go to if you have a YouTube channel and you want to be a part of this collaboration. Just go on there, send them a message, let them know everything, the little pop-up a questionnaire for you and all that stuff, and then you can be involved in our monthly keto reviews. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Bye.